Okay, so today I would like to talk about fats. They're tasty. That's it. That's it. All done. That's what we need to talk about. They're tasty. At the end. Yeah. So fats are made up of different types of fatty acids. You've got your saturated, your monounsaturated, and your polyunsaturated. You've probably heard of these a few times. You may even know more about them. But typically, saturated fats are usually found in red meat, kind of dairy foods like cheese, butter, milk, coconut oils, predominantly a saturated fat. And then obviously you've got the monounsaturated fatty acid, which is usually found in olive oil, avocados and nuts. And then again, going back to polyunsaturated, which is typically rich in omega-6, 3 and 6, and typically those are in sort of fish, seeds and sunflower oil. So they're kind of your main, well, they are the main three. Obviously you get different foods obviously have all those fatty acids within them, which is really good. So it's always important to have a balance of your fatty acids. The ones to avoid are the trans fats, which are typically found in kind of margarine, deep fried foods, highly processed snacks, stuff that's got long shelf life. So those are the foods that typically have trans fats. And the reason you should avoid those trans fats is they're constantly shown to be associated with increased risk of cardiovascular disease. So that's something that obviously is quite important, and you should give that consideration. Obviously, you can't limit it entirely throughout your life, but definitely keep it or try and reduce it as much as you can throughout your regular healthy balanced diet. So the main benefits other than being super tasty and really nice, fats are great for immune function. They help absorb fat soluble vitamins, so vitamin A, D, K and E. It's also a sex steroid hormone, so it's really important for the production of your sex hormones. It is part of helping to improve your blood lipid profiles. It's incredibly calorie dense, so it's 9 calories per gram, so which is why it's super tasty, goes so well with meals. Yeah, it's just calorie dense, so that's where your calories go when you have highly fatty foods, so you use up a lot of calories very quickly. But the bonus to that is incredibly satiating, it's highly palatable, and if you're going to have a lot of calories in one go, that's a really good way to go about it. But as I said, there's all those benefits that go alongside it. Obviously, immune health is one of the biggest ones at the moment. So having a nice balance of fatty acids throughout your diet will be hugely beneficial to you. So just incorporating it into what you're cooking in, what you're putting on salads, sauces, and things like that. So just give consideration to those. But yeah, as I said, the one to kind of avoid as much as possible would be the trans fats. Generally speaking, in terms of moderating the amount you have, I can help you with that. If you want a bit more advice in terms of how much fats you should be trying to have in your diet, feel free to drop me a comment below or a private message, and I'll be more than happy to kind of help you work out what's a good goal for you. Because as I said, fats are, for general health and well-being, important, but if you've got specific goals in mind, then I can help you kind of figure out the right ratio in terms of your proteins, fats and carbs, and how that works in with those for you. Hope you found that helpful, and I'll see you later. Cheers.